Sonic Adventure 2 is one of those games that holds a lot of memories for me. This was one of my favourite games all the way back on the Sega Dreamcast. So I had to see how much time and effort I put into it all the way back to when I was smaller. To my surprise, it was actually quite a bit of time. So I wondered, how does it hold up for today's standards? Sonic Adventure 2 is a sequel to the original. It's a 3D platforming game what can be fast paced at certain parts of the game. Sonic Adventure 2 was the 10th anniversary of Sonic. Fuck do I feel. All the characters, most of them make a return. Sonic, Towns, Knuckles, Amy, Dr. Robotnik and Shadow the Emo Hedgehog and Rouge. Yeah, I'm not going to go there on this one. You get to play as all characters apart from Amy. On the light side campaign you get to play as Sonic, Knuckles and Towns. On the dark side you get to play as Shadow, Rouge and Dr. Robotnik for a change. So you can actually be the evil fucker. And you know how much I like playing the evil git. For the story again, Dr. Robotnik is after world domination as he breaks into this facility and going after this super weapon, and result he wakens Shadow the Emo Hedgehog up, whose desire is to work with Dr. Robotnik for freeing him and telling him about this giant space cannon. Why, Shadow the Hedgehog's got his own desire going on. So Dr. Robotnik gets hold of this weapon and tries to hold the world hostage. In the meantime, Sonic is trying to clear his name, because they mistaken him for Shadow the Hedgehog, who robbed the bank earlier for a Chaos Emerald, and then later on it just becomes about stopping Dr. Robotnik's plan. Hopefully I didn't give away too much of the story for you. The graphics are a slight improvement from its predecessor and still looks alright on the Dreamcast. It's one of the graphical games on that system. Gameplay animations have been improved a bit with the physics on the characters. When they jump or glide, you can actually see a bit of wind resistance on them. At the start of the game, you get to pick the Heroes campaign and the Dark Side one. They both have their own unique perspective from the story and different levels to add to the variety. Same with the Heroes campaign, has one of the most awesome intros that I've ever seen in a Sonic game. Sonic breaking out of the helicopter and ripping the piece off the chopper, then it goes straight into the level with Sonic pavement boarding with epic music playing. The controls can feel a tad clunky at times, especially on the Dreamcast version compared to the modern controllers of today's standards. Sonic and Shadow levels are well done. I like the fast gameplay, and the stages, they seem more fleshed out and better designed for these characters, like Metal Harbour. and Radical Highway. Most of their levels are fully enjoyable, even though there are some parts what do make you slow down at times, what does interrupt my playstyle of them too. And there are some moments that will make you swear at times, because some of the buttons are mapped exactly the same one, so sometimes you want to do a light dash, it goes into a roll and makes you fall off a fucking cliff. Also, it pains me to say that this game has bad camera angles what do get you killed more often than I like to say. Now that brings me to Knuckles and Rudy's stages. They're the most naughtiness out of the whole game. You've got this radar system like on the last one, except now you have to collect them in order now. I don't like how this radar system is designed to drag out the levels. It becomes very tiresome very fast. Especially on the space levels, and fuck Mad Space, I'd rather play as Big Dick Cat than play this again. It can take up to 20 minutes just to find the shitty emerald pieces, and yes, I'm terrible at this level. It's probably the reason why I don't want to see it again. The reason that I hate Mad Space is that the hint monitors, some of them are backwards and it's too open, and you've got to collect these emeralds in order, so you're up, down, up, back down, and it's just so fucking tedious. Yet for the other levels, they don't usually take more than 5 minutes to complete, and the Pumpkin Zone is my favourite treasure hunting one by how open it is, and it makes use of Knuckles' gliding abilities, and it makes it engaging to explore the level. However, this is the only treasure hunting one that I like. Tails and Eggman use these mechs. It's very similar to Gamma's gameplay. You don't have the timer anymore, so you don't feel pressured to complete the stage in a certain amount of time. Although it does have that annoying laser sound like Gamma does from the first one. My advice here is don't wear headphones while you're playing as these two. If you can get over the sound, it's not bad gameplay. It can be fun at times, like Eggman's space level. I kept on fucking about. I just could not help myself with its low gravity. I just wanted to see what I could do, and probably spent way too much on this part. On the downside, there is cheap enemy spawn. I found this out mainly with Tails. It's like they didn't give it much thought to his stages. Nevertheless, once when I remember where they spawned, they never caught me off guard again. Now that brings me to the bosses. They're not good, although they have that charm what makes them good. There's two what sticks out in mind, the Sand Golem out of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And I can't forget about the bio lizard what sounds like a cat. Whoa. Did anyone see that, or was that just me? Hold on, let's pause, rewind. And of course the last one, I enjoyed this one when you Super Sonic and Super Shadow with the music playing. It really gets you in the mood and the rhythm of the game. Cat Lizard. Take you up inside. Yeah, it's fine. Try more. Yeah. But you can't help you. Hit the foils on the Cat Lizard. From the words against the way. Make your cry, boy, you belong. Yeah. never find your way. Ah, you fuck shit! Ah, completely fucked me over now. This is still easy, but I can't be the only one who's realised that this giant lizard has a fucking cannon up his arse. Oh. Now that brings me to the upgrade system. They're hidden throughout the levels for you to find. And now there's no annoying fairy in your ear. And I'm happy that they got rid of that. Kart racing stages left me speechless. It isn't good. The cars handle bad. They feel way too heavy and clumsy, especially where they map the acceleration to the handbrake, so you slide very easy if you're not careful. They could have used a different button, although the kart racing has got me asking, why is this here? It seems so out of place to the rest of the game. Now that I've got my breath back from the kart racing, the emblems have made a comeback and can be a bit challenging if you're trying to get all of them, where each stage has multiple missions on them now to add to the replayability, especially if you're going after all A ranks. The game is set in levels. They got rid of the hub well from the original Sonic Adventure. Apart from the Chow Garden, this one just goes on into the next level. And once when you pass these levels, they unlock in the level select where you can change these into different missions, which adds to the replayability of the game. I think that it's funny and a bit weird at times when Big the Cat shows up from time to time. Usually you got to be quick to notice him. He can be in the most absurd places at times. I did wonder if I still had my Dreamcast save from back in the day, and to my surprise, I did. I had no idea how I got away ranks, however it still had my total time on it. And the classic extra level of Green Hill Zone. I love this Easter egg stage. The only thing about it is a bit of a get to unlock. The voice acting is still bad. On the other hand, it's not as bad as the first one. There has been a bit of an improvement. I don't like the cutscenes. It's hard to hear what the characters are saying throughout the scenes where the audio music is way over the top of the voice acting.
Leave it to me. I'll take care of her. You two, go.
This is a bit of a step back from the original. I don't know how they fucked this up at the time, and to make it worse, it's even from the latest versions of the game, including the PC port. That's the one what I'm showing here. Why has this not been fixed yet? I don't know. It could be the charm of the game, a very annoying one at that. The lip sync is still completely off, and at certain points of the game, the characters talk over the top of each other. That can be a tad annoying at times. Thank fuck they got subtitles, or I wouldn't know what the fuck they were saying at times. And the girl in the cutscene scares the shit out of me. It reminds me of Chucky or Annabelle. I don't like dolls. I've got to give credit to the cutscene gameplay animations. They have been improved a great deal. They're more sharper and more alive, and you can see more motions on the characters' faces. Heck, even Dr. Robotnik moves his mouth now. They all have their own movements in the cutscenes, unlike in Sonic Adventure where they went into the default pose all the time in the cutscene. Gameplay soundtrack is okay, everything sounds right and in time to what the enemies are doing. Even the grinding to the jumping is alright, there's no delay whatsoever. The soundtrack is brilliant and great intro to the game and catchy tunes, and there's gonna be at least a couple of levels that you're bound to like the music on. The music for me that got the most catchiest and drummed into my head was the one on the Heroes campaign on the first level, and the last boss fight. I just couldn't help to sing along with that one. There are chow boxes hidden throughout the level. The first one you find has a chow key in it and walks you to the chow world after when you complete the level. And if you find the second one, it has an animal inside it, and the third has a rare animal. Chow Garden feels more fleshed out and massively improvement from the last game. I understood how this one worked, and you can still race the little fuckers and still mutate them and teach them things in the chow lesson classes. I've got to say that the chows and the chow world are addictive. If you get into raising the little fuckers, you're going to have a blast on it. And if you're too impatient to wait for the egg to hatch, it's got you covered. I could not stop helping find these fuses in the level so I could level up my chow and race the little fuckers. Also, you can breed them now. The chows and everything to do with them seems to be well thought out to the point that I like to see the chow world return in future games. Please Sega, bring back the chow world and their evil little smiles. To my surprise, Eggman has not lost his speed from Sonic 2 as long as he's in the chow garden. For how long the game is, I've clocked on around about 11 hours, and this has spent a lot of the time in the chow garden, yet this game is meant to be played multiple times, where this has different missions on the same level, so it adds to the replayability of the game. And if you're a completionist and trying to get away ranks and everything, I could see it lasting about 60 hours or more. So in the end, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, and it definitely gets my recommendation. I'm not saying it's a bad game, it's a good game. Heck, it even goes off being brilliant at times, mainly through the Sonic and Shadow stages. And the Chow Garden, there's a lot of fun to be had in Sonic Adventure 2. And some of Dr. Robotnik levels were great, but you have to force yourself to go through Knuckles and Rouge's stages. They're just annoying, and Tails' levels, this feels like a copy and paste out of Dr. Robotnik's gameplay, and that's what lets this game down. They could have cut them out and put more Sonic and Shadow levels in, and that would have boosted it up a lot more. And yes, I have got a little bit harsh in my reviews lately. So what did you think of Sonic Adventure 2? Have you played it? Leave it in the comments below. Until next game, I'm fucking off. For the story again, Dr. Robotnik is after world domination as he breaks into a facility going after a weapon, and in result he awakens Shadow the Emo Hedgehog up, whose desire to work with Dr. Robotnik for freeing him and granting his wish on world domination and telling him about this arc, what is basically a giant space cannon, while Shadow's got his own revenge story going on with Maria. And yeah, I kind of got lost. What the fuck? Hello. Oh.